Graph all those dots. That was part of the assignment, so make sure you do that. This one should have been pretty easy. Asked you to do points and assist. Make a scatter plot. Points should be scattered. You're just putting the dots on there. Instead of me doing all that, I'll show you what I got. Maybe. Maybe they don't have it. Oh, there it is. So those are the dots. They did draw a line. A line was not required. We will talk about lines like that. That is kind of an average of all the dots. That's called a line of best fit. So something like that is what you should have graphed with the dots. And depending on what you went by on your axes. Okay, select all the representations that are appropriate for comparing somebody's bite strength with the weight of these different carnivores. So what would be a good description? Well, hopefully you decided the two things that we talked about, which were tables and scatter plots, would be a good representation. If you have an argument for another, you could certainly make that. When is it better to use a table? Versus the scatter plot. Scatter plot's probably better, easier to see a trend, you know, looking at the dots. Maybe a table would help you looking at a pattern, or just see if something is increasing or decreasing rapidly. Again, kind of your opinion. When do you prefer a table? And when do you prefer a graph? Okay, cylinders. Volume equals pi times radius squared times the height. Tells us the radius is 6, so I plug in 6 here. Height is just h, so 6 squared is all I need. That's 36. So 36 pi times the height. Quick graph. Let's put that down here. With the height and the volume. So if the height is 1, it'd be 36 pi, so 1 would be around 36 times 3, around 100 and some. We'll go by hundreds this way. I could figure it out. 36 times pi. 113. 2. 36 times 2 times 3.14. 226. Something like that. Quick graph. It is a sketch. Not too concerned. Okay, see, if you double the height, what happens to the volume? Well, we just did that. I doubled the height, went from 1 to 2. What happened to my volume? It doubled. So if I multiply the height by 1/3, what's going to happen to the volume? It's going to go down by 1/3 as well. And do the same thing.